Hey, this is a quick video review of the similarities between the Masterlock 141D and the Amazon Basics padlock that looks almost identical, talking about some of their design flaws and how I feel about both padlocks based on that. The Masterlock is a brass padlock with a hardened shackle. It looks functionally identical to the Amazon Basics. They have the same looking brass body. Wouldn't be surprised if these came out of the same manufacturing line. The stamping of Masterlock and the Amazon Basics is the only real difference you see looking at these locks on the outside. As far as the lock itself, the Masterlock is only a 4-pin lock. The upside here is that it is brass like the body. It does say Master on it, so it's pretty easy to figure out what key you're using. While the Amazon Basics has this aluminum looking key or steel looking key that does not say anywhere on it that it goes to the Amazon Basics padlock, so it'd be pretty easy to lose this key and have a tough time knowing what key you're looking for. It is a 5-pin lock instead of a 4-pin lock, so that should make this more secure on average based on the fact that there is an additional pin to pick. The problem here is that both of these locks, in addition to being pickable, in addition to being rakeable, these are beginner locks that I purchased when I started lock picking, and they're both very good for showing very new people who are lock picking for the first time how to open a low security padlock. They're great at that. They're not necessarily the most secure padlocks because of all those vulnerabilities, but beyond their vulnerability to picking and raking, which is something that is going to be of some level of concern in pretty much any padlock in this price point, the bigger concern is there's some design flaws that really just shouldn't exist. And that is that you can see here I've got these are padlock shims. They basically go in between the padlock tooth that holds that shackle in place and the actual lock itself. And this is an example of how easy this particular Masterlock is to shim open. And then if I come over here, it's the same basic idea. There's a tooth on both sides that holds this shackle in place when the lock is locked. But because I can easily push those teeth aside with a shim, both of these padlocks are particularly vulnerable to being shimmed open. So already we've got an easily pickable, easily rakeable, easily shimmable padlock. But they both have the same fairly egregious design flaw when it comes to the pins inside the lock as well. So you can see here there are 4 pins in this lock. This tool has 4 teeth to push those 4 pins up. And basically as fast as having the key, you can force up all 4 pins above the shear line and open the lock that way. The same thing here, a 5-pin lock. So this lock is great if you're looking for a lock-picking lock that is susceptible to a wide range of attacks. If you're working on, some of the different tools and techniques that you can use to open a padlock. This lock is not great if you're looking for a secure lock that is going to keep people out. I would say that my biggest pro for the Amazon lock is that because it is 5 pins, it's slightly harder to rake open, it's slightly harder to pick, but it's just cheaper. I got 2 of these locks for less than 1 of these Masterlocks, and at that price point, this is value if you want a low security lock. The Masterlock, it has a nice key, and that's the nicest thing that I can say about it. As locks, they do functionally work, the key opens them, but that's about it. Hopefully that's helpful.